Hello everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing yet another Halloween layout, but this one's a little bit different because I have a lot of pictures to go along with, to go in this layout. And so I decided that instead of doing a traditional 12 by 12 layout, I was going to use a pocket page. And because so many of my photos are 4 by 6 horizontal, I decided to go with a style of pocket page that is just all horizontal 4 by 6 pockets. Some of my photos are not horizontal, they are vertical, but as you can see here, I am cutting them down and really cropping them down to 3 by 4 so that they look horizontal, even though they were originally vertical. And I'm going to mat them on some pattern paper and then stick them onto additional pattern paper, almost like I'm doing a regular layout, but it's like making like a mini 4 by 6 page, but you're just doing it. Well, yeah, it's making a mini 4 by 6 page, essentially. So like each pocket kind of becomes its own thing. And so I'm going to do one at the top and one at the bottom, kind of have like a mirror image type of thing going on. And in the middle, this is the front of it. So in the middle, that's where I'm going to put my title work. And then the back will have the rest of the photos that go along with this. And I have to correct myself because in so many of the other Halloween process videos that I've been doing, which you should check them out on the channel if you haven't seen them, I've been saying that I'm using a crate paper collection. I'm not using a crate paper collection. I'm using a Cartabella collection. They both start with C, but they're not the same thing. So forgive me if you were like searching for a crate paper Halloween collection that looks like this. It doesn't exist because this is Cartabella and not crate paper. Oh, I get confused sometimes. All right, these are photos from a trunk or treat that is hosted by our school district every year. And the previous year, I had taken some photos of, my daughter interacting at some of these some of the trunks. I didn't do that this year, but luckily the PTO took pictures and posted them on Facebook. And so I just took some of the photos from the trunks that I liked and remembered and printed them out. And now they're going in my scrapbook. So no one in my family is in these pictures because we did not decorate a trunk, so it's just a bunch of like random people from the school, and they're really, really cool trunks. Like people go all out for this. I had never heard of this before. I mean, I think trunk or treating is kind of relatively new, probably like the 2000s at least. This was not a thing when I was a kid. So last year, 2021 was the first year that we actually attended this trunk or treat. That was our first trunk or treat ever. And so I didn't really know what to expect aside from the fact that I knew people decorated their trunks, but like people go all out. It is bigger than Christmas, all right? We had Wizard of Oz, and they had like a yellow brick road leading out from their trunk. There was a hockey-themed one, and so before kids got candy, they had to try to score a goal with on this special hockey mat. There were a lot of Stranger Things ones. So when I flip this over and start working on the backside, you'll see one of those. The people who decorated their trunk even dressed in character as well. What were some of the other ones? There was a cat-themed one, a couple other sports-themed ones that were pretty cool. Oh, and there was a Lego one in the back in their trunk. This family built a whole Lego city. And I said, did you glue this stuff down? Like, how did you even transport it without anything falling? And he said, no, they didn't glue anything together. But it was pretty amazing. And then instead of getting candy, the kids got little Lego minifigures, which was really cool. Something different, right? So I just had to document all the different trunks that we saw and how cool they were, just because, I don't know, maybe one year we'll do this for inspiration, maybe not, but just to look back and remember this event, because I didn't take any pictures of my kid at the event. So I wanted to have something just to be like, hey, we went and here's what we saw. So that's kind of what this is. There won't be a whole lot of journaling. I think I do the journaling on the back side, but yeah. So this comes together very quickly. I think in all, it took me just under 20 minutes to put this together. What I'm doing right now is I've taken some of the 4x6 pattern paper. I think there were cut aparts on the other side of that broom paper. So I took it in 4x6. So it's going to look like that broom paper is going across the middle section of the page. And I've got the ghost paper at the top and bottom where the smaller photos are. So it almost seems like maybe the ghost paper is like the background and then the broom paper is a strip of color. So you could do this. You could do something similar to this without the pocket pages. If you wanted to make it like a regular scrapbook page, you could totally do that. Just take a background paper that's 12 by 12 and then take a strip of pattern paper down the middle that goes 12 across and I guess 4 up and down, right? And then do your photos however you want. You could still try to keep them in the same type of placement, or you could cut them all down to the 3x4 and then kind of make like a square thing where you've got a 3x4, almost like a grid, 2 on top and 2 on bottom. There are lots of different ways that you could interpret this. If you don't like working with pocket pages, there's the Stranger Things one. Or if you don't have pocket pages, I just happen to have a whole bunch because I ordered a whole bunch a while ago from scrapbook.com for my monthly pocket pages, which I'm super behind on, but I'm just super behind on all photos just in general. So there's the hockey one. That one was pretty cool. And of course, it was Halloween, so people were dressed as referees and hockey players, and it was really cool. I'm actually matting those photos with the back side of a 3x4 cut apart. So the photos I cut them down to 3x4 originally and then cut them down just a smidge shorter to fit on the 3x4 cut apart. So that's what I did. What else can I tell you about this one? Some of the stickers, most of the embellishments are from the Cardabella collection. There was one on the front side that was actually a big doodlebug one. I just kind of threw that in. And I did paper strips. The branding strips of the Cardabella paper has like a small sampling of the opposite side pattern paper. And so I just kind of cut that section out and use them as paper strips to go across the middle there. I'm trying to do kind of the same thing on this side where I cut a vertical photo down and I'm going to use, it looks like it's just kind of like a blackish, but there is a little bit of a black and blue pattern going on. And that's just the back side of the pattern paper that you saw on the front side. So I'm just going to reuse it for here. I don't need to get more pattern paper. But I'm going to have that be kind of like the background of everything. And then I have other 4x6 photos that are fitting into some of the pockets. And I'm going to do a little bit of journaling through the middle, I guess. I don't have an extra photo to go up there. I've used all of my photos, so I'm going to do a cut apart. I like the party one because it felt like we were sort of at a Halloween party. And then I'm going to grab another, that green cardstock is just something that I had thrown into this Halloween collection. Used it on another Halloween layout, so I just thought, well, we'll just use it here as well. And then I'm going to add another of the branding strip pattern paper thingies to go under it just to kind of mimic what you saw on the opposite side. Now, if you've watched some of my monthly pocket page videos before, you'll know that I do like to put embellishments on the outside of the pocket page, not necessarily right onto the photo, going into the pocket. So some of the embellishments I will stick right onto the pocket on the outside. Some of them I'll actually pop up with foam dots and stick them on the outside just to give the layout a little more dimension. I know they're not super protected that way, but I liked it the way it looks, and then it doesn't make the pocket super bulky when you're trying to fit that inside. If you haven't seen any of my monthly pocket pages, I encourage you to go find them on this channel. I might have a playlist for them, and if I don't, this is a reminder to myself to make one so you can see them all. If you haven't seen them all, that might be because you're not subscribed to the channel, so you might want to consider subscribing, because if you do pocket pages or you want to get into pocket pages, I've got some inspiration for you, so you might want to check that out. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. Leave me a comment down below to let me know that you're here. Let me also know what your favorite holiday is, if it's Halloween, maybe it's something else. And also let me know how often you do pocket pages like this, and if there's a specific, style of the pocket pages that you like. I also do pocket pages, the 6x8 ones for my December dailies, which I need to get on that for this year too. But I am planning to do like a Christmas in July thing where it's like nothing but, it's like hardcore December daily videos all July long. So stay tuned for that. Another reason you might want to subscribe. And if this video was inspiring to you, let me know by giving that thumbs up button a click. And again, just like if you have any comments or questions about anything, leave them down below and I'm happy to answer them for you. So here are the close-ups. They don't photograph that well in the pocket pages, so I apologize for any of that, but you can kind of see how some stuff is popped up and some stuff isn't. I hope this was inspiring for you and that you come back again next week for more scrapbooking fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.